So, Michael, another tough test tomorrow as we visit Crawley on New Year's Day. As you've mentioned, during this congested period, is it just a lot about rest and recovery at the moment?
Yeah, look, there's not much more we can do. It's about getting as much information over to them, you know, off feet as we can. You know, the likes of all the analysis we do with them. So it's crucial that they know the game plan, etc. So the players, they're taking things on board, and we need to get back to being solid. And it was a bit too scary for my liking the other night as well.
The sides met back in August where Town was 6-0 victorious against the Sussex-based side. So how different do you think Scott Lindsay has Crawley set up since we last met?
Look, that result will have no impact on tomorrow's game. Scott has got a good group of players who are working hard for each other and for him. He's against his old club and being Swindon, so he'll be out to start 2024 the right way. For us, we need to concentrate on the good things we do and improve on the areas which we know where we have to.
Ronan Darcy, a player that you worked with briefly in the summer before he joined Crawley, he and other players for Crawley will pose a threat tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, they pose a threat. They've had a solid season, I would say, Crawley. So look, it's going to be a tough game. Every game in this division is competitive and tough. Even the earlier game in August, they had one or two chances early doors. So we've got to make sure that we're on it tomorrow.
Williams Kokolo unavailable for the game on Friday against Forest Green. What's the latest with him?
Williams will be back in the squad tomorrow. He's recovered from an illness, which has obviously been going through the whole club, not just the first team. So that's pleasing. And Williams will be involved tomorrow.
Stokes and Tom Burrett returned and gave your side a much needed boost in the defence against Forest Green. So how important is these players returning, and how close are other key players from rejoining your side?
It's massively important. You go any club, any squad in the league, any league, they're missing 10 players at once, and especially so many in one position. It's hard, and you've got to stick together and hopefully come out of that sticky period in all right shape. And we've managed to do that by hook or by crook. We're not too far away, but it was important that we got back on the winning trail the other day, because it was getting really frustrating.
Just a word on Harrison Minturn, one of your only recognised central defenders during a very congested and tough period with injuries. So how pleased have you been with his application and performances?
Well, look, Harrison, I spoke to him at half time. I thought he's learning. He's very, very, he's a very good lad, but he's learning. And he let certain things affect him, after he's done. There's nothing you can do with it. You just make sure that you don't let it happen again. And that's what I'm trying to work on him, the mental side of it. But he's playing a lot of games now in League Two, and he's just turned 20. So, he's going to have a few people watching him, to be honest. When you're a centre back at that age, playing as consistent as he is, then, people will look at him and see if they can improve him, and you never know. But Harrison has been he's been solid for us, and that's a testament to him with his young age. In terms of the previous question you said as well about the others returning, Rushian and Tom Clayton are very, very close to returning, and if not tomorrow, they're likely to be involved the following game against Colchester.
Just lastly, I wanted to have your word on the loan players that are out at the moment as we approach January. Obviously, you've got Connor Brown, Ricky Aguiar and Tommy Adeloy out on loan at the moment. Have you been working closely with Steve Mildenhall and Gavin Gunning to analyse and assess their performances, given Connor in particular is putting in some man-of-the-match performances on loan at Supermarine at the moment?
No, I've been working with Steve, obviously, see him daily. But yeah, we get the reports. Jamie Russell will deal with that part, with him being the head of football. So Jamie will be dealing dealing with that and passing on any information that we need. In terms of individually, we'll look at each one individually, and see whether it's beneficial or not to call it back. In terms of the other loans, obviously Murph has gone back. It's highly unlikely we're gonna keep Jake or Dan Kemp. So I'm working very, very hard in finding other players with Jamie Russell to make us a stronger outfit. There's no point in looking for an out replacement for Dan Kemp, because we're not going to get one. He's for me, he's the best player in the league, and he's been, I don't think I'm tempting fate. If we do keep hold of him, it would be short of a miracle, I think. But it's been an absolute pleasure watching him on a daily basis. The way he goes about his work, his professionalism, and he's getting his just rewards on the pitch, and that's down to his application, his dedication, and his professionalism.
Thanks, Gaffer. Best of luck tomorrow.